The one with the baby on the bus used to be one of my favourite episodes of Friends. I'm talking back when I started watching Friends in 2003, 2004, and I had all the VHSs. Well, probably when I had some of the earlier VHSs, because this is in the second season. It's the sixth episode, and I still like it, but it's maybe not one of my favourites anymore. It starts off with Ross being allergic to kiwi lime pie. Monica makes a kiwi lime pie. She thought what Ross was allergic to key lime pie, or it turns out that's not the case. He is allergic to kiwi and his tongue begins to swell up and they have to rush him to the ER. And of course, he's watching Ben at this time, so he leaves Ben in the care, the watchful eyes of Chandler and Joy. And Chandler and Joy very quickly realise that babies are to want for a better phrase, babe magnet. And if they go out walking with Ben, then maybe they'll catch the attention of some women who could not resist the lure of an adorable little baby. And I have to say, Ben does look an adorable little baby. And one thing leads to another. They end up on a bus, and well, let's just say they don't necessarily leave the bus with as many people as what they got on with. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it is obviously in reality it's a pretty shocking thing to happen, but from a viewing perspective it's pretty funny. And they have to go and retrieve Ben, and there's the whole ducks and clowns sequence, which I love. I absolutely love it. And whenever anybody mentions clowns, I just think of Chandler's comment about what kind of scary ass clowns came to your birthday, which I love. Ducks' heads, because ducks have heads every time. Absolutely love it. Something to look out for as well. I've never noticed this before, but now that I'm watching them, I don't know if it's because I'm watching them on Netflix. We have slightly wider screens. A lot of the left and right hand side of the screen, we actually see more than we did when they were on VHS and on TV. So I don't know if this is just never aired on TV, but in the scene where Joey and Chandler are outside, just before they get on the bus, I believe it's just before they get on the bus, there's an extra. There's a woman who is playing an extra. She's on the left-hand side of the screen, and she spends the entire scene just staring at Chandler and Joey, or at Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc. And once you see it, you can't take your eyes off of her. Look out for it. It's the scene when they're in front of the purple door outside. But that's something that I noticed for the first time, which I love about Friends. I learned something else from this episode this time, because Phoebe sings several songs, and I absolutely love pretty much everything she sings in this one. They're songs that I sing on a regular basis, just randomly, because Stephanie Schiffer has come along and is getting paid by Terry to sing at Central Perk, and Phoebe is outside protesting because Larry's a jerk and he won't let her work, and she hates Central Perk. And there are some other fabulous songs that she sings as well, but one of my favourites is I'm in the shower and I'm writing this song. Stop me if you've heard it. My skin is soapy and my hair is wet, and Tegrin spelled backwards is Nergit. No matter how many times I've seen this episode, I never thought to Google what on earth she was singing about. Only yesterday, when I watched this, did I learn that Tegrin is a brand of shampoo or conditioner in America. It's not a thing in the UK. And, it took me the best part of 20 years to learn that. So, finally know what that means. It's also an episode that features Giovanni Ribisi, but he's just credited as Condom Boy. He's not actually Frank Jr. in this episode, but that's something that's quite nice when you look back on it as well. It's a really great episode. I really enjoy it. There are some meaningful things in it, such as Phoebe singing, or saying that she loves to sing because it's about her love of music. Once it becomes about the money, it's not the same. But ultimately, it's a good, fun episode. Maybe could prompt some people to keep a closer eye on their baby. It's not a bad episode at all. Watching it again, I learned more from it this time than I ever have done before. So needless to say, I enjoyed rewatching it, or rewatching it. Countless times I've seen this episode, of course. Always adore it. It may not be my favourite anymore, but it's still pretty great.